nominations are about to drop in less than 5 hours, and I'm a little more excited than I need to be. One of the things I love about the Academy Awards is playing games. I love sitting down with a group of friends competing to see who can guess the most winners. I love playing non-alcoholic drinking games. Non-alcoholic, so it messes with your bladder and not your brain, so you can stay focused on the game. Well, this year the fun starts early. When you watch this video, which I assume you're currently doing, the nominations will already be out in the open. So when I said that thing about less than 5 hours, that doesn't apply to you, that applies to me. Now I've prepared a little list of things I want to happen. They may not be 100% most likely to occur, but a guy can dream, right? Firstly, I'll share a few random wishful predictions about some of my favourite films of the year. Next, I'll make a serious attempt at guessing all of the Best Picture nominees. Lastly, I'll record my reaction so you can witness all of my joy and frustration as the truth is revealed. So, without further ado, let's do this! Animation. Now last year this category offered us one of the biggest snubs in Oscar history by failing to nominate the Lego Movie. But not even that would be as outright painful as not nominating Inside Out. Seriously, if that happens, I'm predicting riots in the street. But of course, it will be nominated. In fact, there's a fair chance Pixar will have 2 films competing in this category. The Good Dinosaur is of a high enough calibre to be considered. I also have a strong feeling that that stop-motion gem, Shaun the Sheep, will also be counted in that number. Music. In my review for Inside Out, I stated that Michael Giacchino's score deserved to be in the running for a Golden Naked Man, and I haven't changed my mind. Best not to think about the running Golden Naked Man. This year we were gifted with another John Williams score. Generally, when that happens, the Best Original Score nomination is a given. Special effects. Now I'm almost certain that due to its great combo of practical and digital visual delights, The Force Awakens has earned its place here. That said, Mad Max is probably a strong contender for the same reasons. The Revenant also deserves a shout out. If only for pulling off such an intense bear attack in which we were so concerned about the character's survival that we forgot to criticise the CGI. Yet the mark of a truly great special effect is that you don't notice that it's occurring. Yes, exactly like that. A much better example would be last year's Ex Machina. As opposed to the other 3 films, there was not one moment in this in which the CGI became a distraction. Here, the computer-generated robotics are so photoreal that it's almost impossible to distinguish them from reality. A concept that just happens to be one of the film's main themes. I know I probably sound like an absolute Star Wars fanboy, but The Force Awakens was undeniably well shot. Not only does it look great, but from a storytelling standpoint, it knows exactly when to keep the camera rolling, and consistently combines a spectacle with character moments to great effect. Okay, so it's not going to win, but at least it deserves some recognition. One film that does have a high chance of taking home gold is The Revenant, with last year's winning DP, Emmanuel Lubezki. Other strong contenders are Hoyte van Hoytema for Spectre and Roger Deakins for Sicario. Let's start with Best Adapted Screenplay. Now I'm pretty certain that The Martian will get a nomination this year, and even though I haven't seen Steve Jobs yet, curse you Australian film releases, I'm quite certain that Aaron Sorkin will also be nominated. Now as for The Force Awakens... Oh boo! No, chill. First, hear me out, okay? Back in 2011, there was this little film called Toy Story 3 that was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. Just like Star Wars 7, it was a hugely anticipated sequel that borrowed heavily from its predecessors and relied a lot on nostalgia. Yet despite the odds, both films surpassed their expectations and were incredibly emotionally satisfying, thanks in no small part to the writing. On top of that, both films have screenwriter Michael Arndt to thank for at least part of their success. All I can say is, don't write off the writing for Star Wars TFA just yet. And of course, we shouldn't forget the writer of 50 Shades of Grey. And now for original screenplay. Now it's quite likely that Tarantino and Alex Garland will be up for The Hateful Eight and Ex Machina respectively. For me, however, the most original, inventive and well thought out screenplay of the year belonged to Inside Out. For a film about the mind, it is mentally stimulating, yet it also caters for other body parts such as the funny bone and the heart. I really, really hope it gets nominated. You killed my brother. You killed him! Acting. I know you're expecting me to mention Star Wars, and you're right. But hey, it is called my wish list after all. As much as I'd love for the Academy to nominate Harrison Ford opposite Sly Stallone for both returning to classic characters from the 70s, the absolute best performance from Episode 7 belongs to none other than Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. He's probably the most interesting character in the film, and he brings whole new levels of nuance and humanity that we've never seen in a Star Wars villain before. Seeing as this is my wish list, I wish there were a whole new category just for voice acting, which this year would definitely be completely inhabited by the cast of Inside Out. If I had to pick one winner, it would be Phyllis Smith as Sadness. Now, as far as other actors I want to see nominated, I'd have to go with Charlize Theron for her surprising turn in Mad Max. I'd also like to see Tom Hardy nominated 3 times. One for his supporting role in The Revenant, and twice more for playing twins in Legend. Oh yes, and the bear from The Revenant, for making me believe that he wasn't CGI. And here are the nominees for Best Picture. Carol, which is not about a Christmas song. Creed, which is not about a video game assassin. The Danish Girl, which isn't about a girl who likes pastries. Inside Out, which isn't about someone who can't put their shirt on properly. Mad Max Fury Road, which isn't really about Mad Max either. The Martian, which isn't about an extraterrestrial. The Revenant, which isn't a word we use in common English. Spotlight, which isn't about an Australian retail chain. And finally, Star Wars The Force Awakens, which isn't about the Force's mourning habits. And yes, Star Wars is a serious guess. Will I be surprised if it's not nominated? Well, no. Will I be disappointed? Well, of course. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Okay, I'm just about to press play right now on the video. It's about to start. Fingers crossed.
For achievement in cinematography.
Alright, here goes, cinematography. Alright. Carol. Uh-huh.
The Hateful Eight.
Yep, okay. Hateful Eight, fair enough.
Mad Max, Fury Road.
Yep.
The Revenant.
Yeah, of course.
And Sicario.
Oh, no Star Wars. Okay.
For achievement in sound editing, the nominees are Mad Max, Fury Road. The Martian. The Revenant. Sicario. And Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. It's got one. Got one.
For achievement in sound mixing, the nominees are Bridge of Spies,
Star
Mad
Wars.
Max Fury Road,
Star Wars.
Revenant,
Star Wars. Star Wars.
and Star Wars The Force
Star
Awakens.
Wars. Got 2.
For best animated feature film, the
Alright,
nominees
animated
are
feature film. Inside Out.
Melissa,
Inside Out. Inside Out.
Boy and the World,
Inside Out. Inside Out.
Inside Out,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Shaun the Sheep movie,
Yep, Shaun the Sheep.
and
And...
When Marnie Was There.
Oh, No Good Dinosaur. I didn't think it was good enough, obviously.
For achievement in visual effects,
Okay, visual
the
effects.
nominees are
Star
Ex
Wars.
Machina,
Ex Machina, yes!
Mad Max Fury Road,
Yep. Star
The
Wars.
Martian,
The Martian, okay. Star Wars.
The Revenant,
The Revenant, definitely. That bear.
and Star Wars
Nah,
The Force
that's
Awakens.
Star Wars. 3.
For achievement in film editing, the nominees are The Big Short, Mad Max, Fury Road, and Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
4.
For original screenplay, the nominees are
Inside Out, Inside Out,
Matt
Inside Out,
Corman,
Inside Out.
Ethan Cohen, and Joel Cohen
Inside Out.
for Bridge of Spies,
Inside Out.
Alex Garland for Ex Machina,
Alex Garland. I
Pete
said that.
Docter, Meg LeBeau,
Inside Out.
Josh Cooley, and Ronnie Del Carmen for Inside Out,
Thank goodness.
Josh Singer and Tom McCarthy for Spotlight, and Jonathan Herman, Andrea Burloff,
There you go. Shout it straight out of Compton.
Thomas Newman for Bridge of Spies. Carter Burwell for Carol. Ennio Morricone for The Hateful Eight. Johan Johansson for Sicario. Star Wars, The Force Awakens. For original score, the nominees are Thomas Newman for Bridge of Spies.
Could have been John Williams.
For Carol. Ennio Morricone for The Hateful Eight.
Yes.
Johan Johansson for Sicario. And John Williams for Star Wars.
Yes! John Williams! So again, so happy.
In the best foreign language film
I'm not
category,
Inside Out though.
the nominee for performance by an actress in a leading role.
Okay,
The
come on,
nominees
Furiosa.
are Kate
Charlize
Blanchett
Theron.
in Carol,
You got this.
Brie Larson in Room,
Charlize
Jennifer
Theron.
Lawrence in Joy, Charlotte Rampling in 45 Years, and Saoirse Ronan in Brooklyn.
Okay, no Charlize Theron.
For performance by an actor in a leading role, the nominees are Bryan Cranston in Trumbo, Matt Damon in The Martian,
Damon, good.
Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant,
No, of course.
Michael Fassbender in Steve Jobs,
There you go.
and Eddie Redmayne in The Danish Girl.
That's right.
And finally, we are pleased to announce the film selected as the Best Picture
Star Wars
nominees.
Inside Out. Star Wars
They
Inside
are
Out.
The Big Short, Brad Pitt, Didi
I
Gardner,
didn't have that on my
Jeremy
list.
Kleiner, producers. Bridge of Spies,
Didn't have that
Steven
on.
Spielberg,
Didn't have
Mark
that either.
Platt, and Christy McCosco Krieger, producers.
I'm doing bad.
Brooklyn, Finola
Didn't have that
Dwyer
either.
and Amanda Posey, producers. Mad Max Fury Road,
Yeah, I had that on my list.
Duff
Good
Mitchell
one.
and George Miller,
Good one.
producers. The Martian,
I
Simon
had that on my
Kinberg,
list too.
Ridley Scott, Michael Schaefer,
Great
and
movie.
Mark Hupham, producers. The Revenant,
Yes.
Arnon
Of
Milchan,
course.
Steve Golan, Alejandro G. Ayatitu, Mary Parent, and Keith Redmond, producers.
Right.
Room, Ed Guiney, producer.
I've got to see this one.
And Spotlight, Michael Sugar,
Spotlight.
Steve Golan, Nicole Rockland, and Bly Pagan Faust, producers.
No Inside Out.
For the complete list of all the
Star
nominations,
Wars.
please visit Oscar.com.
And join us Sunday
I'm
night,
about to cry.
February 28th, to
Not
celebrate
really.
these
It'll be
incredible
fun.
artists in film.
Well, there you have it. That was my reaction to the Oscar nominations for this year. I've got to say, I'm a little disappointed that neither Star Wars or Inside Out got nominated for Best Picture. If they had 9 places, one of them probably would have made it, but you know, it's not too bad. They got a few nominations in there with different categories, and I'm fairly happy about that, and made a few good choices, a few not so good choices in my own predictions, but you know, what can you do about it? I'm looking forward to seeing the Oscars and playing more games when they arrive. As always, please like and leave a comment in the comment section below. See ya.